Hey, 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 turn me up, I'm finna tell you how I came to be. The man I am today, I'm from overseas. 0 degrees, my heart is colder cause of what I've seen. Everything I've been through brought me here, I guess life has a meaning. All through the day, all through the night, constantly fighting demons. What's going on, Ed? Yeah, hey, 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 turn me up, I'm finna tell you how I came to be. The man I am today, I'm from overseas. 0 degrees, my heart is colder cause of what I've seen. Everything I've been through brought me here, I guess life has a meaning. All through the day, all through the night, constantly fighting demons. What's going on, Podcast?
What's going on? What's going on, Cassi? Welcome to the episode of Evers Talk, man. Today we have a very special guest with me here, Cassi B. We know each other for a very long time. Today I invited him. So this is a interview that's supposed to happen months ago, but this happened. It was my fault. We couldn't make it, but now we back better than ever. We're just gonna make it happen. So without further ado, I'm gonna let him, the man of the hour, introduce himself. Cassi B.
What's going on, yo? My name is Cassi B. Get money, get away from me. Akuvi, the Hustle Club, Hustle Mania. We got a lot of things going on. I appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate you for coming, man. Like I said, we know each other for a very long time. For the people who don't know you, tell the viewers where you're from.
Okay.
And and how was it for you growing up?
I'm from Togo, West Africa. I was born there, and I came to the United States when I was 5 years old, and I've been living on in North Southward, stand up, for a long time.
Yeah, so how was it when you first moved from the States?
It was a big culture shock. I came here, and I was used to hot weather all the time. My first day here, it was snowing. Every African has their snow story, and my snow story, it happened the first day I got here. So it was a big culture shock, but I survived.
My snow story came later because I came in summertime in the month of June. I came and so it was hot. So I'm like, no, I'm used to this. It's hot,
right?
So then later on, months went by. Then the winter time came. I remember I was going somewhere with my mom, and it started snowing, and she was like, "Oh no, look up." Then I just saw this white flurry stuff coming down, and that. But it was like for you too. Like we were young, so we blended in. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much, man. All right, so let's get into this interview, man. How did you get into music? How did you? Because my thing is that people that can write music, and I will always express this to every artist that I come up with. People that can write music, that can freestyle. I feel like you guys have like God-given talent. You guys are gifted, and people really need to understand. Because I can't freestyle for nothing, bro. Like, people need to understand, the level of intelligence and genius that it goes in just writing things that rhyme. Like, how did you start doing that?
I mean, I appreciate that. I guess when I came to America, the people that was on the radio was Lil Wayne and 50 Cent, man. Lil Wayne and 50 Cent. We African, we come from a music household. So I was already in tune with listening to music, and music was kind of one of the best ways I express myself. So when I listened to music on the radio, I started saying like, dang, they should have said this or they should have said that at the end of their lines. And I guess I took that, started going on their beats and making my own songs, and fast forward, made in Togo, man. Yeah.
Growing up, who were your favorite artists that inspired you more and pushed you more to become who you are today?
My favorite artist, Wayne.
Shout out to Young
Weezy F Baby, man. Young Money, Cassi B, Get Money or Get Away from Me. We definitely gonna do something in the future, but it's always been Wayne.
Wait, I have a story about Wayne too. When I came to this country, when I came here in 2003, that was when G Unit was very big. The game was very big. So I would listen to 50 Cent a lot in the game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when it was in '05, Lloyd and Lil Wayne had just dropped that song of You. It's called You. You know, and I was very like intrigued on how Wayne was spitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I was at, mind you, I'm in 5th grade, man. I went to school and then I was like, yo, I asked my boy Gerard, I'm like, who's that guy that was just, he was like, oh, that's Weezy, that's Weezy. So since then, man, like Weezy became number one. He's still my favorite rapper.
Right.
And man, I will go toe to toe with you and tell you how your rappers suck.
You feel me? Any day.
Wayne is the best, man.
Any day, man. Any day.
So, when did you start writing? Actually writing and rapping and stuff.
I started writing very young, probably like 11. 11. That's the lowest. The youngest I remember was probably 9, but most likely 11. It was to a lot of Wayne beats back then, and I used to write them, take it, to school the next day, and we would just freestyle in the back of the bus. That's what people used to know me for. Always rapping in the back of the bus, and I was such a fun person. I try to get other people to rap too, and it just became a whole rap thing. We had rap battles. It was just a thing to do, when it's lunchtime, what are we doing after we eat? We rapping, we banging on the desk, yeah.
I remember how you and I first met, and you and I we in the same group chat. We known each other for a very long time, and when you started releasing songs on SoundCloud and sending it to people and then put it into our group chat to listen to, when you start something like this, right? People may think that it's just a phase,
right?
That, he just something that he just experiencing on. But you have been doing this for a very long time, right? And you never stopped, you never fell off or anything like that. And I feel like that shows people how dedicated you are to your craft and how much you love your craft. So the question is, since then, how many projects have you released? Down to albums and mixtapes.
I released countless mixtapes, and like the OG Cassi B fans, they would know that because they've been there since I've been dropping No Hesitation on SoundCloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what you call it? We have Levitation 1 and 2, and this is all before I started distributing on major platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, so that was before then. But officially on those big platforms, probably like 6 albums, 1 EP, and I probably got like 30, 40 singles. So it's a lot of music. I put a lot of time and money and effort into everything, so you can see it.
Yeah. So for your fans who are watching you right now and want to get to music, tell them how you put your music out on these big platforms. Apple Music, Spotify. How do you do it?
What do you mean? How do I make the music, or how do I?
How do you put the music on Apple? Like, for example, I can grab my phone right now and go on Apple Music and I can listen to your music.
Right.
How do you put your music on these big platforms?
Okay, I understand the question. So one, as an artist, you wanna have your art on platforms that everybody have. Everybody have, if not everybody have an iPhone, everybody have an Android, and it could get to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and these big platforms. So you want your music to be on there. So what do? You find something called a distribution company, and what those companies do is you submit your music and all your information, and it's their job to distribute it for you. And they have different distribution companies out there. And the one I use is United Masters.
Okay, never heard of that before. So
United Masters. Shout out Steve Stout. Steve Stout. That's the owner of the company. He used to manage Nas. And he's for artists. So the deal on United Masters is just to give the game out, because I'm on the Big Homie podcast. It's you go on a website, and they have a free version and they have a subscription base. Okay. The free version, you can upload your music, but when it comes to royalties, because as an artist, if you make art, you're supposed to get paid for it.
Of course.
And there's something called masters, and your distribution company depending on the one you choose, they will collect that for you. So if you want to use the free version of United Masters, you get 90% of your masters, and they keep 10%. So if you got paid $100 this month, they'll pay you 90. They'll keep $10 basically, and then they have a subscription base, which is I think $70. You should go do your own research and find out. But it's around $70 a year, and you get 100. That's not bad at all, and you get 100% of your masters.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
the thing. Owning your masters is something that becomes very, very big. A lot of our companies, a lot of our rap artists, be having problems with that because they didn't have knowledge that you have now.
Right.
So my other question is, how do you? So when you put your album on, right? Is there like a deal that you have with these people, or you your own?
Yeah. So when you work directly with a distribution company, you working them as an independent artist.
Okay.
So you're your own brand, you're your own business. Okay. Yeah. You feel me? So, and that's why you get 100% of your masters. Artists that sign deals, depending on the type of deal, 9 times out of 10, they're owning a part of your masters and they taking a part of your publishing, which is another way you get money from your music. So once you sign those deals, you get you give a certain percentage away to those companies, but when you're independent, you keep it all, and it's your job to market and promote to your audience.
Yeah, this is very, very educational. So, do you plan on signing to say if a label to come to you with a good deal?
Right.
Do you plan on signing to a label, or do you plan on just doing it like for example, people like Chance the Rapper and people like this just they don't have no deal? Do you plan on being with them? Or if a good deal come, you think about taking it?
Right. It's 2 ways I could answer that question. So you have a Chance the Rapper, which is an independent artist, right? And yeah, he claims independent artist, but it's not the level where he's at now, or maybe the level where he was at before it. He crossed over. It wasn't always fully independent. I don't think anybody's fully independent because independent means it's all you, but it's never all you.
Somebody sponsor you somehow.
Yeah, it's never all you, and I feel like you always have to give that up. I'm the type of person where like I always give it up to who's around me that's helping. Cassi B, Hustle Mania, the Hustle Club. It's not just me. Even if it's just me, I'm gonna give it to God, but I would never take 100% ownership of how I got somewhere. So to answer your question, I could choose the Chance route, which is technically do it independent, or I could do the Young Thug route, and that route is he did an interview and he said the time he signed, he didn't care what the deal was. He needed to get in the game, and what that mean is he needed to sign the paper in order to get this marketing, in order to touch different demographic of people that he couldn't just by himself. So to answer your question, it's based on the deal, and I'm a pretty smart guy. So if the deal is in my way, like in my favor, then I'll sign it. But if it's too not in my favor, then I won't sign it. But I'll definitely get something out of that deal, that's gonna help me and people around me.
Gotcha. So let's talk about your new album, Made in Togo.
Made in Togo, man. Go out there, go get that album. Made in Togo. It's hot, it's scorching. It's a masterpiece. Shout out my boy Gary, man. My homie, he texted me out of nowhere a couple weeks after the album dropped and told me like, yo, like, thank you for dropping this masterpiece. He loves it. So go out there, get that album, Made in Togo, Cassi B. Yeah,
man. It was a good album. I was actually playing it at the gym when you first put it into our group chat. I believe it was the next day when I went to the gym. I was playing it loud on my speakers. When I go to the gym, I just play music loud on my speakers. Right. So Made in Togo, the name is very obvious. Why you name like that? 2 songs in there that caught my attention that I want to talk to you about. The first one is Freestyle when I was 15. Freestyle at 15.
Freestyle at 15.
So does it mean that you wrote that song when you was 15?
Right. So Freestyle at 15 was a song that was dropped with No Hesitation 3. So it's an old song that I literally wrote and recorded when I was 15, and I put it on a project to let people know that I've been doing it for a long time. It's a growth thing, you know. So you got that song on a project, and everything else is new music. So when you hear that song, you hear the next one. It's like, yo, that's the same person, you know. So that's why I put Freestyle at 15 on a project.
But to be 15 and sounding like that, this shows that, yo, this is really, really your calling. This is really, really for you. Because, like I said, man, like,
thank you.
You know, I'm a grown man and I cannot rap for nothing. And you was at 15 rhyming stuff, you know, stuff like that, man. So, like I said, man, that's a big gift. Also, that song on there, Nubian Queen. Mm-hmm. What woman inspires you? You in love? Like, what happened?
Nubian Queen actually came from a challenge. So, everybody know me. All my fans and the audience that been following me know that I usually, you know, drop hip hop music. Mm-hmm. You know, usually been hip hop. I experiment a lot in these hip hop songs, but I never fully dropped a record that was totally different than what people are used to hearing from me. And I was with my homegirl Nicole. Shout out Cole. She's Jamaican, and she just told me one day, I don't think you could make a Caribbean song or an Afrobeat song, this and that. She called me out, and I was like, what? Like, I'm very, very versatile. So it was a challenge, and I found the best Afrobeat beat I could, and I wrote to it, and it became a big masterpiece. And that song got a lot of music video potential. You know, that's in a party. Yeah. You know, party music video.
It's a good song.
Yeah, Nubian Queen, man. Yeah, but shout out Nicole. If it wasn't for her, I might get that song. So yeah.
Since Nicole made you step out of your shell to try, a new way of music. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to try other genres, like
Yeah,
R&B, country, whatever?
I've already dabbled in, as you know, I do hip hop, but I dabbled in Afrobeat, also pop. Pop, like real, like trying to sing type, cause I can, so pop. I will get into country.
Yeah,
I will do a country record, with the right beat and the right vibe. I'm trying to get into drill too. I want to do drill. I want to do just like one record, just to get it out of my system, to let them know, like, cause as an artist, when you go, like, and you'll figure that I had to figure this out while I, was growing in my music journey, was when you go to perform, it's not the same crowd every time. No. So the best thing for an artist is to have a nice catalog. That's why I have so much music. So every venue I go to, I have music to perform. Yeah. I have music for everybody to love. Like, I can't go to a certain venue and play a certain song because they're not gonna vibe to it. It's not for them. But you gotta have something for everybody or your people. So I try to dabble in a lot of things, and I would definitely do stuff outside of hip hop, like I've already been doing.
For the drill, do you have any artists that you like to, do, or like do music with, or you want to do by yourself? For people like like Sharif, or do you? You
talking about in terms of like music in general, or strictly for drill?
Just for drill, or music in general.
As for drill, I do it by myself, or if I really could, I want to do it with what's old boy name? I think the people in my head, they locked up or something right now. but shout out to them. K Flock, shout out to them. Is this other New York artist? Forgot his name. But I do a song with him too. But that's for drill, and I usually don't jump to people for collaborations, because I like the fact that I like the idea of making a song and it being hard and it being just my song. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's, I guess, for collaborations too.
From music, freestyling to mixtapes, albums.
Yeah.
Is there any other things that you have going on right now other than music?
Yes, we have a Kuvi. Always Know Your Vibe Is Everything. It's my clothing brand. The name is also after my mom. Her name is Akuvi, so that's where I literally got the name from. Shout out to mom. The brand started in 2016. Shout out Eotri. She was the director of a fashion show at Fairleigh Dickinson University.
Shout out to E, man.
Shout out E. She got a book. I go get that. And she trusted and believed in my vision, and she ordered 60 shirts. She gave 20 to the models and 40 to the audience, and it happened to be a very successful fashion show because different students from different colleges was wearing a Kuvi on different campuses, and that was the beginning of a Kuvi. So fast forward to now, we have a new collection dropping this fall winter 2022, new hoodies, and it's all about spreading mental health. You know, we battle daily. We go through daily battles, and it started from somewhere, but some of us achieved them and some of us are still struggling with them. And I feel like we're bigger than our obstacles. We're bigger than the depression, the anxiety. So that's the concept for the new collection. What are you bigger than?
Yeah. I like the fact that you have transcended from just what you like to do into something this big as mental health, man. Because, you know, a fan that can be watching us right now, who listen to music, who's battling mental battles, can look at you like, okay, this person that I would look up to, he cares about this too.
Right.
And that can also help them come out of that. So I really want to appreciate you for that, and thank you for that.
Yeah. So, and not to cut you off, but
go ahead.
We have this new collection dropping, and it's supposed to really bring awareness to mental health in a large global scale. Because in America, mental health is in May, and they just promote the hell out of it in May. But it's something we want to do every single month, every day. You know. So shout out to Akuvi. Shout out to anybody dealing with mental health issues. Go ahead and find your help. Get therapy, and just wait till the commercial drop next month. We have a lot of help for people dealing with mental health. And to also add on to your question, you asked me what are other things I do outside of music, right? So Kuvi is one of them. The second thing is Hustlemania. So I have a concert company with two other friends that started this year, 2022.
Okay.
I'm a recording artist and I do a lot of shows. Yeah. And before January, before this year, I was probably doing like 4 or 5 shows a month, and some of them will be booked and some of them will be open mics because as an artist, you always have to sharpen your performance sword, and before I went on this vacation to Togo to make the project, I told these two friends that we should start a concert business in order to bring people together. I went to different events, and sometimes I'll see, they're missing this. I go to this show, they're missing this. So me being an artist and also a businessman, it kind of was a great marriage. So I know everything that people want already, and we just put it into one thing, and we call it Hustlemania. So February 26th was our first concert in Union, New Jersey, and July 16th was our second concert in Montclair, New Jersey. And Hustlemania, we get different rappers, singers, actors, photographers, dancers, different creatives in one building at the same time for 4 hours to go and promote what they do the best in network. So it's a big networking event and concert, and we promise people that come there just have a great time and meet somebody new, somebody they might potentially work with in the future. So Hustlemania, and we working on part 3 right now.
Oh, that's what's up. For the people that may want to get your merchandises, the new ones that's coming. So for the new one that's dropping, right? Is it a winter team?
Yeah. So the new collection is a winter attire. Is a hoodie, very warm, very 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 warm, and we want people, when they go and grab these hoodies, see what's in front of them and know that, okay, I'm bigger than what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah. So every time you wear it, and you definitely gonna get questions, because the other OG Akuvi hoodies that got the Akuvi on them, always know your vibe is everything. People always talk about that when others are wearing it, and they send it to me. So once you wear this bigger than hoodie, it's definitely gonna, spark mental health conversations, and that's changing the world and changing, what's going on. So.
Is there a website that the people can go, or a store that you have that people can
Yeah.
go to?
So on Instagram, you can go on Life of a Kuvi, DM us, and we'll fulfill all orders on that Instagram page. Or you can even DM Cassi B, CASSI_BE on Instagram, and you'll get your orders fulfilled.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have his Instagram information, his contact information in the description below. Again, bro, I appreciate you for coming on here to the platform, man.
For sure.
For the people who have stayed and watched the whole thing, like I always say, thank you so much and God bless you. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at Mr. For Real. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can get notification whenever I drop. Bro, thank you for coming, man.
Of course.
Man. God bless y'all, and God bless you guys for tuning in and just watching. Thanks, man.
Of course. CB, get money, get away from me. Ever the coastside.
Open your eyes when you're ready to see. I'm Cassi B. Who Cassi B? Hey, Cassi B. Tell us you back. We making money and we all it out. Watch me tell me to keep my head down and just keep it working and never back down. Look at all these hoes.